back our roar. That lion in the zoo was once a young cub. And as a young cub, it would rumble around with its siblings. It would pounce on its prey. But it grew up and became tame, almost domesticated. That wild lion would never hunt, it would never fight, and it would never roar. Many of us have had a tame lion for so long that we even forget what it can be like to have that wild lion. And in order to tap into that, we need to actually go back to the real wild lion. The wild lion is the king of the jungle. It strikes fear into the hearts of its enemies. It has ferocity. It doesn't wait for the gazelle to pop into its mouth. It goes and hunts for it. It rips it apart and brings it back to its family to eat.
Free falling taught me so many things about life. It taught me that I'm not in control. Free falling taught me that when you free fall, you really have got outside of your comfort zone and you aren't safe anymore. Free falling also taught me about courage and summoning that courage to overcome that fear that I have. So surely you can see now that free falling can help you overcome the fact that you need to be in control of your life. And surely you can see that free falling can help you overcome complacency that you have in your life. Surely you can see that free falling can help you overcome and have courage to rise above your fears.
As proficient speakers, we are competing for people's attention. We're competing to get interest from people. We're actually competing to sell a message, to sell a product, or to sell ourselves to people. So how is it that we can effectively get feedback, and how is it that we can respond and receive and accept that feedback?
There's 350 core values you possibly can have. Some of them have similarities to others, like freedom and liberty, but freedom might mean something to one person, it might mean another thing to another person. And liberty might be the same thing, or it might be something that's totally different. But when you look at 350 core values, you cannot live out of 350 core values all at once. So it's important to get it down to a laser focus of what matters the most to you in your top, say, 5 to 7 core values.
You keep on doing the things that you've always done. You keep on getting what you've always gotten. It's a fairly common phrase almost, but it's so true. Unless we change some of our behaviors or actions, unless we decide that things are important, unless we decide, okay, I'm going to seize the time, I'm going to minimize distractions and scattered focus, I'm going to get laser focus on what matters the most to me, you probably just won't, because you're going to continue to get what you've always gotten. That's just a reality of life. But sometimes what we do is we look at our jobs from the perspective of, well, everything should be like our iPhone. Everything should be easy for us and accessible, and it should be fun and stuff. Except for when change happens, when hard things happen, when implementations, as I understand, of a new program comes in place, we start looking at it a little bit differently. But when change is happening all over the world, and we're embracing it on this side, the challenge that we have for you today is to embrace it as a complete thing, even in the workplace.